Welcome to the Happy Hour with Rob Warner, the program that showcases local business and adds value to your financial future. This week's show is brought to you by Jon Robert Quinn. Now, here's your host, Rob Warner.
Happy Monday, everyone. It's the Happy Hour, and I'm Rob Warner. And tonight's this afternoon is a very special afternoon because this is my very first radio show. So I'm so excited.
Brother.
And I have two wonderful guests joining me today, Chapman Ferre.
Correct.
And Jon Robert Quinn. So it's going to be a very, very exciting show today.
It's weird being on this side of the mic.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird.
It's got to be.
It's weird.
Yeah. No control.
None.
Ooh.
So segment one is brought to you by, I don't know who. We don't have a sponsor yet.
Wait a minute. You don't have a sponsor?
No. So sponsors are available. Just call me at 530-391-1554.
Right on.
What's that number one more time?
530-391-1554.
That's, both of us are going to be fighting over it.
I'm getting the first one.
Okay, I'll take segment two then.
Perfect.
Right on.
Boom. All right.
Boom.
Anyway, we're starting with you, Steph.
How's it going today?
It's going wonderful.
You look marvelous.
Thank you very much, and so do you.
Thank you.
So tell me, Steph, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, who are you?
Well, I'm Steph, and I am a mom of two, Sydney Ferre and Delaney Ferre, and I'm a realtor here in town, and I have a passion for golf and houses.
Golf and houses. How does that work out?
Well, perfectly, because I cannot stay in one place for very long, so I kind of try to build my business on the golf course. So when everybody thinks I'm out playing, I'm actually making
You're networking.
making deals.
That's what I've always been told, that the
Yeah.
golf course is an excellent way
Yeah,
to make
I
contact.
learned that from my very first employer here in Sacramento, Dick and Liz Schroeder of Quality Business Machines. He was a huge golfer. He was also a great businessman. He was the largest Northern California video and cash register surveillance company owner. And he taught me at age 20 that if you want to do business and you're a female, get on the golf course, which I used to have a pretty good golf game.
What do you mean used to? What happened?
What happened? My girls grew up playing, and then they got competitive. First tee program, Roseville High School. My daughter has been second all-conference 2 years in a row. Whoop, whoop, Sydney Ferre. And shout out to Coach Fukuman. He's awesome. And so anyhow, my time on the golf course went to riding in a golf cart, following her, and watching her succeed.
And so that must make you real proud, right?
Super duper.
So how does Starbucks fall into this? Does Starbucks help out at all in terms of booking business?
What? Starbucks
works great for me.
How?
I met my wife at Starbucks. I proposed at Starbucks. I got the talk show at Starbucks. My whole
Oh.
career's from Starbucks.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You are a very interesting character.
Character. There you go.
That's a way to put it, right?
So talk to me. I know you had some interest in discussing Zillow and
Yes.
how Zillow operates.
Yes. Zillow is kind of a pain in any realtor's hiney. To be honest, nowadays, not just millennials, but even people my age and your age are jumping on the internet and they are looking for their homes on their own, which thank you. You're taking my job to another level. Actually, you're making it easier. However, what gets convoluted is the fact that prices on MLS are significantly, they're different than Zillow. Zillow is at least typically 10% less than what the actual value of the home is. Very frustrating when you have a client call you and say, I saw this house at 325 Cordero Court. It was listed for $605, yet you're telling me it's not that price. It's actually $625. Well, right, because Zillow is always incorrect.
Is it because it's not calculating comps based on what the comps, how an appraiser would
Exactly,
actually look at
Quinn.
comps?
Exactly, Quinn. And you know that from your mortgage background. Yeah, exactly. So, of course, it makes me look as if I don't know my business. And that's frustrating because I really do. And, yeah, that's Zillow.
I hear from a lot of my clients, in the lending business that we've identified a house, and they start to mention Zillow, and my first words out of my mouth are, "You need to talk to your realtor."
Thank
and
you.
Get the
Thank
real
you.
data.
Thank you, Rob. Yes. 1,000%.
Or they get hooked on a property and then they can't afford it
Exactly.
because it wasn't the right price for them
Exactly.
anyway.
And nobody should be working for their mortgage payment. Life is too short. We need to be, we need to be living, not going to work 24/7. We should be having fun with our family and friends and not working for a frigging mortgage payment.
I had the pleasure of hearing you in the studio with Jon
that's
Robert
right.
Quinn, a few weeks
That's
back.
right.
And one thing that stuck out with me is that you really care about people.
Thank
Can you
you.
elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, my mom taught me to treat people the way I want to be treated. And so, therefore, I carry that in my personal life. I carry that in my business as well. And I think that getting into home ownership is, as I said on Quinn's show, The Good Life, it's a really special time in a person's life, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. It's a special time. And I think that people should be taken care of honestly, with integrity. And that's me. That's Steph Ferre with Dean Adams Residential Brokerage. Shout out to Wahid Akhtar and Sterling Royal, who are the amazing brokers who bring everybody in like family, and that means something to me.
So what are your challenges right now? What's your biggest challenge in today's market?
Ooh.
That's a good
That's
question.
a super good question.
Is it inventory? Is it?
It depends. I personally strive to be a listing agent because I.
Okay,
here we
what
go.
happened with the phone not
I'm
being
getting
silenced?
business already. Thank God. I'm getting business already from Rob's show.
Good,
Whoop,
good.
whoop. Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome.
What was the question?
Your challenge. Do you have any particular challenge you have in today's market?
Well, my particular challenge today is actually turning my phone off properly.
Well, if that's your biggest challenge, then we're good to go.
Right. God. Sorry. My
There you
biggest challenge.
Is there a challenge? Do you have a specific way that you work with a client? Let me reword that. Is there a specific steps that you take when you're meeting a client?
Let's see. I'll be honest. This month I've had no challenges.
No
so
challenges.
I honestly haven't. I think
Because
that's
you're bringing the sunshine.
that's right.
There you go.
That's
Okay,
right.
well that's
Well, no,
good.
that's very important because imagine bringing the storm cloud into a real estate transaction. The deal's probably not going to go through.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to run into roadblocks. Every deal is going to have a roadblock. But your hashtag is bringing the sunshine, right?
Correct.
So if she's bringing the sunshine into the transaction, when there is a roadblock, she can sit down with that person and say, look, we ran into this problem. We ran into this problem. It's not a big deal.
You just reminded me
What's that?
that my greatest challenge is actually finding brokers, loan officers, and real estate agents that want to work hand in hand with one another. It's not a frigging competition. It is, but it's not. Let's raise each other up, help each other out. So, clients, awesome. Me working with another agent can be very difficult because they're stingy. They don't want to share information, which to me, we're supposed to help each other out. Now, on the flip side, calling an LO. Now, I'm referring
What is an LO? Let the audience know.
loan officer.
There you go.
Okay? Yeah, a loan officer.
That's the person that's handling the mortgage. They're doing the
Correct.
dirty work.
Correct. Now, I work with 3 amazing, amazing companies. Now, sometimes I have to go outside of them because they may be too busy. And I'll call another company and they don't return my calls. What's up with that? I'm trying to give you business, legit business. Call me back. Rob, I know you wouldn't do that to me.
I wouldn't do that, and I always am puzzled why somebody that's trying to earn a living doing something won't pick up the phone and call
Exactly. So I do have
deal
to
with it every
say,
day.
I do have to say that number one, if you are looking for a mortgage, please, please, please call Jason Malone at NRL Mortgage. He's located in Rockland. His number is 916-374-7871. He is phenomenal. He has so many products that he is one of my faves, and I've known him for over 25 years. So he and I are yin and yang. Secondly, I would call Mark Graham at Iron Point Mortgage in Folsom. His direct line, 916-280-5331. Let's see. Lastly,
Yes! I love it!
I would call Rob Warner at Guild Mortgage. His number, 530-391-1554.
There it is. There's
I love this! I love this! It's so funny is she probably charged $50 to everybody for that name drop.
I should. I so should.
We should just call this show the Name Drop with Rob Warner.
Oh, no.
I'm not a name dropper. I promote people. When they are good people, I like to promote them and yeah, send business
I
their
don't blame
way.
you. And being the team, having that team concept during a real estate transaction is huge.
Right?
And that's what screws up most transactions.
Right.
And I know I didn't tell you what some of these questions we're going to ask you, but how do you feel about an agent that represents a buyer and a seller on the same transaction?
Oh, I think it's great.
Do
I
you?
actually do. I think it can.
Tell me why.
Well, because the less players on the field sometimes is the best situation. Because let's pretend like we are playing telephone. Remember that as a kid? You would sit in a circle.
I don't know. Did you play that, John?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you would sit in a circle. I would start with a sentence. I'd say it to Quinn. Quinn would say it to our friend Liam. Liam would say it to you. But Liam, knowing Liam, he's going to add a little quirky something to it. And it changes the whole communication
And
line.
then you get to the end, you have a whole room full of kids or a whole room full of people, and by the time it travels all the way around, it's a different story over there.
Exactly. So honestly, my first deal ever was a double end. Well, yes and no. My broker took care of one side. I took care of the other. But I basically brought it together. And it was a smooth transaction. And you know what? It was a short sell. We did it in a pretty short amount of time. Had the bank not slowed it down as banks do, we would have been closed in 30 days. But to answer your question, I'm a cheerleader of that.
Yeah, sometimes you have a buyer that basically doesn't want to hire an agent. They just want to go from house to house and use the listing agent. And
Right.
it's kind of, for me as a lender, it's a little tricky because I don't have one person I'm really working with. I don't know who I'm going to be working with, you know?
Hello, my name's Stephanie
Hi,
Ferre
Steph.
of Dean
nice,
Adams
nice
Residential
meeting
Brokerage.
you. It is a pleasure to meet
Goodness. We're like old-time friends and you're just saying that? Wow.
you.
Huh.
No, you know what I'm talking
I'm
about.
offended. No, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Is she always like this?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Look I'm nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. So tell me what else. Tell me a little more about how you operate the business when you first
Okay,
have
a big deal for me is being a part of Women's Council. Special group of women. And the reason why is they are seasoned. They are mortgage background. They are real estate background. They are title background. They are smart women. They raise each other up. And luckily, I met Betsy at, I think she's with RE/MAX.
What is Women's Council?
Women's Council is a network all across the state of California. I believe there's 28 plus networks, minus Placer County, and that is ran by this wonderful woman, Taffy. And basically, we bring each other business. You know, not to say you gentlemen aren't intelligent, but we women think differently. And quite honestly, I feel that we are better suited for larger roles, such as President of the United States.
Oh, my goodness.
Look out, Donald Trump. Steph Ferre's coming
It's
for you.
amazing. It's unbelievable. But I don't know. I don't know if bringing the sunshine is what America needs.
America needs sunshine. For sure.
Oh, my gosh.
But, you know, Trump's doing a pretty good job, but let's not get into politics.
Of
So
course
the
I'm doing a
Women's
good job.
Council-
I'm amazing. I'm unbelievable.
Oh, man. Yes. Quinn, you kill me.
So the Women's Council is realtors.
It's realtors, it's mortgagers, it's title people, it's any professional who's female or male, by the way. Finally, we're getting a bunch of men that are joining Women's Council that know that it's a strong organization, and if you are connected with this organization, your business is going to soar no matter what it is that you do.
Yeah, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. Well, tell me some more. Come on now.
Let me think.
So tell, how long have you been doing real estate?
I've had my license since 2011. My background is mortgage. I started at the money store back in 1995, 96.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. Yep. So I was with them.
So you went over to the other side then, huh?
I started there. That's the thing, though. I mean, finance is finance. And I believe here in the United States, goodness comes from the dirt, the ground up, okay? That's where real estate starts. That's the foundation. And in order to buy and sell real estate, you've got to have a mortgage background. So it's kind of nice to have a well-rounded idea or knowledge, period.
Well, I appreciate that. That's for sure. We're going to be coming up on a break right now, so we will continue with Steph when we return.
Aloha.